real stuff. It isn't. It truly isn't. That part of it, that Barnum and Bailey, say anything, do anything you want. Donald Prince Humperdinck Trump Jr. is not somebody that I really care about.
Here with reaction, author of the upcoming book, Triggered, How the Left Thrives on Hate and Wants to Silence Us, is the executive vice president of the Trump Organization, President's son, Donald Trump Jr. Here's the thing. If this was you and your vice president dad, it would be never-ending coverage.
The end of the world, Sean. No, and that's the reality. And by the way, it's not just then. How about right out of school? He gets a high-paying job from MBNA, the biggest bank and the largest employer in the state of Delaware, where Daddy is conveniently a senator. He then gets on the board of Amtrak. I believe that was 1996. So he was, what, about 27?
What was his experience?
I guess Dad took the train once in a while, so that made him qualified to do that. It never ends. Then you had the China, you have Ukraine, minor problem. He's never been in energy, doesn't speak Ukrainian, minor details, but it's okay. And by the way, more importantly than that, they want to question my family or imagine being in hiding for months like he's been since we've been talking about this, and you come out and that's the interview you give? That's just guilt in and of itself because it was a pathetic attempt.
He wouldn't have gotten the millions but for his father.
He said it on the stage. Then Joe denies it later on. And, of course, Anderson Cooper doesn't call him out, despite the fact that CNN, even CNN,
fake news,
fact-checked them and said, well, Hunter contradicted this. So, it was pretty disgusting. And like you said, if Donald Trump Jr. took $1.5 from China, not $1.5 billion, Sean, just $1.5, we'd solve the fake news media problem because their heads would explode and there would be none of them left. It would be over. If I did that for a no-show job for $83,000 a month in the Ukraine, no problem. You know what the difference between the Bidens and us are? We were international business people before politics, and we gave up doing all new deals going forward. We didn't become magically international business people because of our political position. The double standard is despicable. They utilize that platform with a wink, wink, nod, nod. Joe Biden knows nothing about it other than Hunter says he does, and there's pictures of them playing golf together, right? But he knows nothing about it. Joe Biden willing to fire the prosecutor by threatening the Ukrainian government with millions of dollars in aid if they don't get rid of the guy investigating his son.
$1 billion.
Give me a break, Sean. It never ends. And the fact that they're out there pretending like this wasn't, hey, I'm not going to say that I am not part of who I am because of my father. That would be foolish, okay? But the difference is we did it as capitalists. We did it as business people. We didn't do it pretending and under the cloak of Joe's this great public servant. Well, here, son, here's every job you've ever had. And now they do the family's off limits, kids are off limits. Hunter Biden's 50, okay? I wasn't off limits when it started at 38. Barron was 10. They had no problem trying to go after him. They've made comments about my children, as young as 4 at the time when they started making those comments to my little Chloe. The double standard is despicable. Hey, the difference between us and them, when there's a question, we put it out there. When they say, hey, what about this? I put my emails out there. When my father did it, here's the transcript. How come they're doing all of their things under the cloak of secrecy? Everything, Adam Schiff has seen it. No one else has seen it. I'm still hearing about that from Russia. He's seen evidence. But they won't show the American people.
Being colluding with a Russian he thinks isn't a Russian.
What do they have to hide? Why can't they do it in front of the American people like we've been doing it? It's insane. And it's not fair, it's not right, but Americans see it, Sean.
When you don't have any experience, which he admitted, and you're getting paid all this money, you're admitting because your dad's the vice president. Thing is why would they give all this money to the son, China and Ukraine, except that they're really buying favor with the father?
Of course
they are. It's that clear.
Of course they are. And when you're the father and your son's entire career is dependent on that, they own you, Sean. That's what it is. They've bought Biden Inc., and they've been doing it both domestically, whether it was MBNA Bank, whether it was Amtrak, whatever it was, domestically when he was a senator and had influence over domestic policy, and they started doing it internationally the second Joe Biden became vice president and had authority abroad.